To my channel. Today we'll be creating a paper purse and we're going to add some flowers. Well, just one piece of flower and a tassel. Let's go ahead and start. In Design Space on your left hand side, let's go ahead and click on images. And I'm going to type in what I'm looking for. I'm going to purse, tassel, and daisy flower. And let's click on enter. Now I'm going to click on what I need, and I'm missing the purse. I'm just going to go ahead and delete this one. And then I'm going to go ahead and filter, and I'm going to choose uploaded. It'll be easier to find it, and which is this one. You'll see your images at the bottom of the screen. Once you're done, we're going to go ahead and insert images. Yeah, let's set it aside. I found this tassel for free on Lori Noonmaker blog. She offers it for free. So when I uploaded it, I couldn't remove this bottom part because it automatically uploaded as a pattern. I couldn't change it as a cut. So what I do, just go to, is go ahead and ungroup it and highlight and delete. And I'm right here. Let's go ahead and size it. Recommended size for the tassel is 8.5 by 2. So let's leave it that way. For the purse, the allowable size on Design Space is 6.75 by 9.25. We cannot go higher unless we decide to slice the image. But let's go ahead and leave it that way. Wait. I work better on this side. Let's set it aside. Let's grab these. When I uploaded these daisies, I uploaded them grouped. So we're going to go ahead and get a shape and a square so we can release all these images from each other. Once you go to shapes, you grab the circle, you place it on top of the image that you want to slice, highlight the entire image, and we're going to go ahead and slice it. And we can go ahead and delete that and delete that. And same technique, the rest. Now let's change the color. I'm changing the color not because it's a print and cut. It's a guide for me to know what cardstock I will stick to my mat for me to be able to cut it, you know, the color I want. So you're going to choose whatever color you want. I'm choosing this pink for the first part of the daisy. And then the other one, it's a lighter pink. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose a lighter pink here. Really light pink. It's just a guide. And we place it on top. I think I'm going to leave it. Okay. And then for the middle part, let me go ahead and change the colors. Dark one. Click on the image, go in between line type and fill. Click on that black box, that square. That's the color that identifies the image you just clicked on. Let's click on it and we're going to change it to the lighter color. And then all of this goes on top of the flower, just like that. And then I'm going to put an embellishment on top. But the back one, I want it a little bit larger. And then this one can go a little bit larger, like that. Okay. Why? Because that flower, let me highlight, goes right here. Okay, let's go ahead. I'm going to group it and I'm going to size it at 2.5 by 2.5. What I did was I highlighted the entire image. I grouped them so I can resize instead of resizing it one by one. It's better, I advise, to size it all together. That way all your pieces will match. And then Now we got it. That goes right here. And then your tassel, once you curl it up, it'll be dangling from this side. And let me go ahead and change the color of the tassel because I want it the same color as my first daisy. So let me go. It's just a guide. That way, my tassel, I can cut it with these other these two pieces. Now, let's go ahead and highlight this entire image. Let's just go ahead up and set it aside. If you notice on your right-hand side on your layers panel, you do not see a print and cut for the flowers. They all say cut. And then once you go to the purse, it's a cut and print. Let's go ahead and create the box. I'm going to create the box from scratch. Why? Because I could not find a box on Design Space to my liking. Any box that I had found, either the bottom was like too opened and, like I said, not to my liking. Yes, there are a lot of boxes on Design Space. You can go ahead and get a box of your choice and you can use it for this project. But I'm going to create one. Now, let me just go ahead and show you real quick. Let's go to shapes. Let's go to square. And this square is going to be a 10 by 10. Unlock 10, and then the height is 10 as well. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this corner. As you notice, my canvas, I'm going to change the color of my canvas. Click on right here where it says blank canvas on your layers panel. And then we go right here on this top banner, and you have that white box. Click on it, and you change it to the color of your preference. Oh, yes, I like this yellow. Now, take your square, and you're going to place your square right here in the corner of your canvas. I don't know if you guys noticed. This is like a ruler, measurements. This helps a lot. So we're just going to go ahead and place it right here in this corner. For this box, it will be a 6 by 4. Let's get some score lines. Go to shapes. Go to the score lines right here. And the first score line that we're going to place will be 2 and all the way to the and then let's go ahead and duplicate this one, and we're going to place it on number 8. Next, let's go ahead and wait, not highlight. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's go ahead and get another score line. I'm just going to go ahead and keep duplicating these. Turn it, and we're going to place it on the 4-inch side, which is right here. Get that same one, and we duplicate it. This one right here, let me just align it. We're going to place it on inch number 6, which is right here. So this part right here should be 6 inches. That's the length of my box, this inner part right here. Why? Because these two parts are the ones you're going to cut, which I'm going to change it in a minute, and these two fold in. Now, these score lines, you can leave it as score lines, and then you can cut it by hand, or you can have your machine cut it. So what I'm going to do is get this one right here. Let me duplicate it because I need it for the corners. This way. And duplicate it like that. Okay, we got that done, right? And let's go ahead and duplicate it because I'm not going to do the same. And this was on the 6-inch, which is right here. And then we're going to go ahead and grab this one. And we're going to put that, align it right there. And we're going to duplicate it. No, we're not. And then this one, click on that score line. Go up here where it says in between line type and fill, where it says score. We're going to click on that arrow and we're going to click on cut. That we're going to duplicate. And if you want your machine to cut it, remember you can leave it as a score line and you can cut it by hand. Let's go ahead and duplicate it twice. There's the box. Score lines and cut lines. Machine will cut this part. We'll go ahead and highlight the entire image and we're going to click on attach, and of course my cut lines went to the back. So let's go ahead, my score line and my, okay, let's highlight this part. Come on. Okay, I'm trying to just bring it in here. You know what it is? If there's a gap, not a gap, if there's a line right here, I think that's why it did not made it to cut. Let's see what's going on. Okay, highlight, let's attach. Hopefully it won't go to the back. There it is. Okay, there we go. We are done. The base will be black. Once you're done, save your project just in case the design space starts acting up. Okay, click on save, name this project, and I'm going to type in zebra purse. And we're going to save it. Wait for it to say project save. Your project zebra purse was saved successfully. And then we're going to go ahead and click on make it. Wait, before we click on make it, I always forget. Go back. Before you click on make it, choose the machine you'll be using. You go right here next to make it, and I'm using my Explorer. And then we're going to go ahead and click on make it. For the purse, I'll be using 110-pound white cardstock. For the rest, I'm using 65-pound, not the rest, I'm sorry guys, 65-pound cardstock. For the box, it's 110 glittery black cardstock. The material size, unfortunately, you cannot change it over, you cannot change it. It's 8.5 by 11. Why? Because of the size limit on Design Space. You can always mirror it, which we need it in a minute. Back, and then for this one, yes, you can change the size. So let's go, since we're here, let's go ahead and change it 8.5 by 11 and 8.5 by 11. And you can fit as many as you need on here. You can leave it 12 by 12. For the box, you can only fit it on a 12 by 12. For the purse, it's a print and cut. You need this black box around your purse. Do not worry about that black box. You'll see it when you print it out. It's because the machine needs to read this registration mark, which is that black box, in order for it to cut what's inside the box. The machine will cut all around your purse and inside your purse, and right here on the handles. Now, I'm going to go ahead and do 2 of them here because the second side of the purse you have to mirror because it will be in the back of the purse, the box. And this one you can just continue to cut one in one, or you can always hide it like I do. Click on the box, 3 little dots, hide selected, and I'll just continue to cut from this one. And then this one, if you need 2, 3 boxes, you can add 2, 3. Does not matter. And right here as well, I only need 1 because I already cut the others. I need 8 because I'm making 8 of these purses. Once you're ready, We go ahead and click on continue. Let's wait for the computer to recognize the machine. While that is ready, let's go ahead and send to printer. Here you'll choose the printer that you'll be using. And adding the bleed will eliminate any white border that this image might have. So I leave it on. You select your copies. And then you go ahead and print. Once you print, oh, I was using this for something else. I'm sorry, guys. I forgot to, I don't know why it's picking up. Oh, because, I'm sorry, guys. I was making some leather earrings, fox leather earrings, and I hit custom on my machine. Let me just guide you through real quick. If that happens, just go back to your machine, or you're right here in front of you. Browse all materials. It's because I have it on custom. I have the dial to custom. So I don't like using this when it's cardstock. I'm just going to go ahead and do medium cardstock. If you like doing it that way, that's fine. But you can always go to your machine and watch what happens. You see it changing? So I'm just going to leave it like that. You have those two options. Once you do that, then you're supposed to have your point blade, your fine point blade in. You take your print, stick it onto your mat, to your 12 by 12 mat. It tells you right here, 12 by 12 mat. And then you go ahead and load it to your machine. And then you click on the flashing go button. Once you cut whatever it is, the quantity that you need, you come back, stick your black glittery cardstock, whatever color you're using, onto the mat. Same technique. But this time, for the black, for the box, I'm sorry guys, for the base, you have to add your scoring stylus in your clamp 8. It gives you the directions. You cannot get lost on this part because right here, it gives you the directions. You load your scoring stylus in clamp 8. Make sure that you pass the arrow inside your clamp and then you close it. You already have your blade in. Once you're done, load it to your machine and it will start scoring first and then cutting, or vice versa, okay? Once you're done with that, you go ahead and continue with the rest, same technique. After you have all your images ready, I'll see you guys back at the table so we can start assembling. Now that we're back at the table, let's go ahead and bring in the items we'll be using. I have the cutouts, front and back. I have the box. You won't see the score lines. So I can turn it backwards. And there you go. And we have the tassel. What I did with the tassel is I cut them in 3 pieces. Rather than having the machine cut them just like 3-4 inches, I just cut the whole 8-inch and then I cut it, like I said, in 3 parts. Then I have the flower. I made this little center different. Then I have the top part of the tassel. These little crowns, I don't know the name of them. Just for the top part of the tassel. I have a piece of, I forgot the name of this, oh my goodness. String. I'll get the correct name. And I have my embellishment that will go on top of the flower. Let me just grab one. I have my Reptile glue that I transferred into the small little container. This is really bright. Okay, this is better. Small little container. Now let's start with the box. This is pretty simple. Let's start first with the flower, not the box. I grab a dab of glue, place it in the middle, and then we put it on top of this one. Then we grab the center part, and then we place it on top. And then we grab the next one, place it on top, and then grab your embellishment with your handy dandy tool, apply some glue and place it on the top. And there you go. Why this continues to be so bright. Okay, and then you can go ahead and pull it up a little bit. That way it'll look like it's 3D. Just a little bit. Okay, let's set that aside. Now for the tassel, pretty simple. Just go ahead and start folding, start from the end. And you can start folding like that. And then once you get to the end, you add glue and you continue to fold. Once you fold, you grab your little topper and then you glue it on to this part. And it will look something like this. Okay, just glue it on the top. And then you add your piece of and hang it on here. Put that aside. Now, let's go ahead and grab the box. And we're gonna fold where the score lines are. And then when you make this box, remember that I added my cut lines and score lines. Make sure that you go all the way up, because this one did not cut all the way up, nor all the way in the bottom. I didn't put it enough. Like towards the end, it did not cut. So come in with your scissors or this handy dandy tool. It's your finger blade. I call it the finger blade. A finger X-Acto knife. And then let's go ahead and continue to fold. And let's do this one right here. And this one. Anything else. Your box. It's pretty simple. What you do next, I'm going to use the hot glue. Why? Because this is heavy cardstock, and then this is, it has gloss, it has like a little bit of glitter, and with the Reptile glue, it will hold, but it takes forever because of the glossiness. Let me show you. Is not cooperating. Okay, just add the Reptile glue, and then when you fold, make sure you align it. See, it takes, even though this is a great glue, but like I said, because of the glossiness, it'll take a while to dry. It's fine now, but I decided that the hot glue would be much better. I'm gonna grab my X-Acto knife and just cut, I'm sorry, you guys won't be able to see it. I'm going to cut a piece that's in here. I think when I scored it, when I cut it, I didn't cut it enough. I didn't place the line. It's just that little piece. That wasn't letting me close it. Just this little piece. Wasn't letting me close it. Okay, now I'm going to apply the hot glue. And I'm using the Gorilla Glue sticks. Next side, same technique. Okay, there you go. This box is really sturdy. I think it all depends the type of cardstock you use, and I want you guys to listen to this. This is really sturdy. It's like having a piece of chipboard in the bottom. It's really sturdy. Okay, we're done with that. Next, what we do is grab our first cutout, and we're going to go ahead and measure it first. You're going to notice a little bit of the box because it's the style of the cutout. The style is oval on this side and this one is straight. So that's why you're going to notice this little piece of box. I was going to make the box a little bit less in height, but then I said no, I'm going to take away too much of the height. I'm just go ahead and work with this. And what I do now, for the front part, I'm not going to add the hot glue because I don't want it to buckle up. So what I'm going to do is add a generous amount of glue. It'll all be all lumpy with the hot glue. Okay, now we go ahead and center that one, center that one. And then you can go ahead and flat on your table. You can put your hands in there and start pressing down. When you're on Cricut printing out these cutouts, what you can do is, instead of a print and cut, you can change it to a cut and cut it with black cardstock, and you can just go ahead and place it right here on the back of the cutout if you want. Okay, we are done. And here's your box. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and grab the tassel and your piece of thread. We're just going to go ahead and place it right here in the middle. Through that little hole. And then we're going to go ahead and grab the end and just make a small knot. I think I made it too small. Okay, you make that knot, and there's your tassel. Now we're going to go ahead and take the flower, and we're going to place it on the opposite side on the bottom. I'm just going to go ahead and add a bit of hot glue, and we're going to place it right here on the bottom. Okay, and there is your purse. I have a few more to go. I'll post a picture right at the end of the video. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching. And as usual, happy crafting.